Welcome back to my channel. These are my bets of the day. For today, I have deposited an extra 25 euros. I made this decision to deposit another 25 euros to have a higher volume of bets for the weekend. I always try to make decisions with my head, and the fact that since January when I deposited my first 25 euros, until today, I have always had a positive gain factor, and in 1 month I managed to double my money, which is pretty good, and this weighed heavily on my decision. I could have broken my 15% rule, increasing it to 25%, but I prefer not to change the rule so that in the future it will be easier to stick to my principles, because when you break the rules, and it goes well, the temptation to break again is enormous. On 2 of March, I made a profit of €1.48. It's not much, but it made up a little bit for the losses of the previous 2 days. So, looking at the value of my account, and respecting the 15% rule, I have €12.37 for today. Yesterday I programmed only one bet, the Cluj bet, as I showed in the video on March 2nd. But during the day I took another look at my bookmaker and found 2 more good bets. I respected the 15% rule, and with the balance I had, it made me place €3.55 on PSV and Ajax, who played yesterday for the Dutch Cup, and luckily I managed to put greens in both. In the Cluj bet, I made a cash out, because at 70 minutes, a Cluj player got a red card, when the Cluj was winning by 2-1. For safety, and as I still had a little profit on that bet, I decided to make a cash out. So instead of having €3.40 in profit, I only had 59 cents in profit. But I played it safe. Out of curiosity, I later went to see how the game had turned out, and the Cluj, even with 1 less player, managed to keep the score at 2-1. My updated stats give a recoverable gain factor of 2.4 and a hit of 94%. I'm staying on the upside, but as the starting value of my portfolio is very low, the actual profits are quite low. But as they say in my country, little by little the birds build their nests. They asked how I calculate the gain factor. It's a very simple calculation, which I do on an Excel sheet. Imagine that in all the bets I made, I bet €1. As I have 172 wins at an average odd of 1.08, that makes a profit of €13.76. But as I lost 11 bets where I bet €1 on each, I have to subtract the €11 that I lost. After withdrawing the €11, it gives an effective profit of €2.76. So we can say that the win factor is the effective profit if we always bet €1 on all bets. The difference between 2.76 and 2.40 is explained by the rounding that Excel performs. My average odd is 1.0779. The interesting thing is that with this factor, we can extrapolate to other values. For example, and if we bet €15 on each bet, what would my profit be? Just do 15 times 2.4, which gives an effective profit of €36. That's why it's very important to be aware of our own statistics, but make your own database in order to understand your behavior when you are betting. Today I still have 2 bets open with €8.34, and as I consider these bets as losing bets, the amount I have bet on them does not enter the balance value for the 15% rule, because no bet is won until the referee whistles for the end of the game. I made these 7 bets worth €12.60, which could give me a total return of €14.56. As I made single bets on all games, by the calculation, I can miss a bet that I will always make a profit, obviously much smaller. I won't analyze the games in detail because there are too many games and the video would be too long, and that's not the idea of my videos. But all the games were analyzed by me and analyzed in detail, mainly in the last 5 games, and the game sheet to check the injured players and suspended players. Among these games are the French, German, Scottish, English, Dutch and Australian League. I made a direct bet that Rangers, Feyenoord, PSG and Manchester City would win. These teams are in good shape. And in the case of Rangers, together with Celtic, they are the two best teams in the league, with an abysmal difference to the rest of the teams. In the Australian Championship I put that there would be goals. This is a championship that I like to follow, because they are always games with goals, and results come back, a very competitive championship as I put that there would be goals. This odd was the lowest of all, but even so I didn't hesitate to choose this bet. In the Bayern and Chelsea games I put a win or draw. Although I think that Bayern will win head-on, I took into account that they play away from home and that they may spare some players for the Champions League game in the middle of the week. Chelsea, despite having spent a fortune on winter transfer market, are having a hard time getting their good performances off the ground, but to play it safe, I put a double chance on this game too. Now after reviewing the games and stats, I'll cross my fingers and sit on my couch watching the games. Because luck is part of the game. Thank you very much for watching my video. Subscribe to my channel, like and share. See you in a next bet. May luck be with you.